welcome or welcome back to my channel. So in this video, as you can see by the title, today I'm going to be trying butterfly locks on my hair for the first time. And I'm starting off by parting my hair, and I'm making a middle part down the middle and I'm bringing it all the way down. I didn't really show that much of how I was parting it, but just make a middle part and you're good. Then I tied up one side, and on the other side I'm parting the bottom part so I can start my braids. And I didn't really show this part either, but I'm just making a line across, and I use my rubber bands. These rubber bands, they have white and black in it. I use the black ones because I don't know if it's gonna matter if I use white or not. I doubt it, but I use black ones just in case. So I'm first tying off that section, and with that bottom section that I did, I made it into 2 braids. And you can do 3, you can do 4 braids on this side, but I decided to do 2. And then when I do the opposite side, I'm gonna make 2 over there also. So it's gonna be 4 braids on the bottom, if that makes sense. So this is what the first braid looks like when I'm done braiding it. And when I do the ends, I kind of twirl the ends to seal them off. I didn't show it here, but that's what the first braid looks like. And now I'm moving on to the second one. Once I finished those 2 braids, I went ahead and kind of skipped over and went up to the top section. As you can see, I have more braids done, but I cut the camera off and did those. So now I'm just working on the top section, and you can just watch me continue to braid my hair. And then I'm showing here how I actually do the braid. I didn't show what I put on it or anything like that. I sprayed my hair with water. I already had like leave-in and some oil in my hair, and I'm using some edge booster, and I put that on the base of my hair, or the root, and then I'm tying it off with the rubber band, as y'all saw earlier. But I didn't really talk about what I put on it, so that's what I kind of did. There's some white stuff at the top of the hair also. That's from like the conditioner that I have in. So I went ahead and I'm just continuing to braid my hair now. So now I'm getting down to the last braid from this section. My camera actually cut off before I could finish, but this is how it looks the next day when I finish the other side. It's all parted and braided up. So I went ahead and I tied up that side just to get that out of the way. And then on this side, I'm using some clips, and I'm only pulling the top part up so I can work with the bottom half. And now I'm using this hair. This hair I got from Sam's Beauty. And as you can see, it has 3 packs of hair in it. So it was really convenient. I only used 2.5 out of this whole pack. So it is in the color 1B. And also I believe the hair length is about 24 inches long. So that's how it looks outside of the package. And yeah, so this is really convenient having 3 of them in there. I didn't have to use that much hair at all. And then this is how much hair I pulled out from that section to use on each lock. And yeah, then I'm using my crochet needle. And then for this part, I have it like in normal speed so I can show you what I'm doing. So I have the crochet is hooked and it's like not open, and I slide it through. As I slide it through, it opens, as you can kind of see that. And I made sure that it was open. I'm taking the hair and I'm kind of smoothing it out before I put it on the crochet needle so that it's not like frizzy or doesn't get caught on anything. So I'm opening it, closed up on its own, but I'm opening it back up, and then I put the hair on it. And like, you can just watch me. It's kind of hard to explain this, but I'm putting it on the needle, crochet needle, closing it up, and then I slide it back throughout my hair. This is my first time doing this too. I've never even used a crochet needle before. It's my first time even buying one for this hairstyle, so this is my first time doing it. I got the hang of it as I went along, but now I'm making a hole right there with the hair that I just pulled back through, and I'm pulling the hair, or I'm about to pull the hair through it. I just want to show that it's a hole right there, and you want to take that hair and pull it through. And I did pull the braid through also, but you know, you can just, that don't even matter really, you can just pull it back through, and that's how it looks. Then I pulled it and it tightened. You don't want to tighten it too much, and yeah, so that's how I did it. That's the best way for me to explain it. You can watch it, you can kind of see what I did. So now this is my first time doing this, so I did it wrong the first time. But I'm taking the hair and I'm wrapping it around, and as you can maybe see, I'm like twisting it around. I'm not like wrapping it, I'm like twisting it around. You're supposed to like wrap it around, but I did go back in and I fixed it later on, but as you can see, I'm like twisting it, so make sure not to do that. But I just want to show that this is my first time doing it, my first braid right here, so I do get the hang of it as I continue. But yeah. So I went back in on the first braid and I'm unraveling it, and it wasn't hard to unravel the hair either. It didn't tangle or anything like that. And I'm redoing the lock, and I'm using a one-hand motion kind of thing to wrap it around. I'm taking one finger and I'm moving the hair around my braid, if that makes sense. You can see what I'm doing and see how I do it. But this one motion that I'm doing kind of made a big difference, and I'm trying to make it as tight as I can. This first one, it could have been tighter, but I will get better as I continue doing the rest of my hair. So now with this bottom part, I didn't know what to do for this bottom part. I had to look up a video real quick, but I ended up like leaving my hair out at the bottom. I did fix it eventually, but right here I'm leaving it out, and I'm twisting the hair back up in the opposite direction until I get to the very last of the hair. So you can see I have a little piece there. I'm doing it until I get to the very last of the hair. So this is what the first lock that I have looks like. And I'm going to continue to do the rest of these steps for the rest of my hair. I've gotten most of them done in this part, but I'm still going to show a couple more towards the top of my hair. So this is what my hair looks like a couple days later. Some pieces have unraveled, but I decided to not redo them. Instead, I'm just going to twist them a little bit. I know next time to do them a lot tighter so that they don't come apart or anything like that, but I'm just fixing them. And some of them were just a little bit longer than what they should have been. So I'm taking them at the bottom and I'm just redoing that part, and I'm raveling them back up in the opposite direction. And then I also wanted to make a side part instead of the middle part that I already had. So I'm just pulling some hair over. Next I'm doing my edges. Since this is like the first couple of days of me having my hair done, I don't really have edges like that. They're mainly kind of already pulled up into the braid. So I didn't have a lot to do, but I pulled out some hair that I could do. I wasn't going to force any hair out of the braid, so I just did that, and it wasn't a lot, but it's going to eventually be a lot when I, you know, have the hairstyle in a little bit longer. So once I finished with that, this is how the hair is looking. I had to go back in on that piece right there and kind of make it a little bit even. It was like really long, so I had to even it out or whatever with the rest of my hair. But this is how my hair is looking, how it looks on that side and on this side, except for that one little piece right there, but we're gonna ignore that. Other than that, I think I did a pretty good job on this hairstyle. This being my first time doing it with just watching a couple videos, I think I did a good job. I will be trying this out again to see if I get a little bit better at it. But other than that, hope you guys liked the video and everything that I showed. And if you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more content and more videos from me. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!